It's that time of the week. We sit back, relax, talk a little economy. Our buddy Zach Abraham, Chief Investment Officer, Bulwark Capital, friend of the show, sponsor of the show. All right, first and foremost, there's a strike. I don't know if you're aware of this. Automation is evil. Robots are evil. So apparently is anything else that has to do with the ports, unless it is man-powered. What's this going to do, if anything, to the economy? I don't think short-term, but long-term, what kind of effect?
Well, I've heard a lot of stuff flying around. It really all depends on really how long it lasts. It is going to have inflationary pressures. But I think that based off the stance, and I'm not an expert, I haven't really dug into this deep, right? But just kind of looking at it with my economic focus, I think that it's kind of a, pardon my language, kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. Meaning, if you give into them, that is inflationary, right? Like, just because the cost of operating that port and all the stuff they're asking for just gets passed on to the consumers, right? And if you don't, they can obviously gum up the gears pretty good. But I think, I want to say this carefully. I think so far Biden not weighing in on it is probably the right course of action.
Yeah, he's like steering, he's like pushing, but he's not going, I'm going to make you guys get back in there. He's not doing that just yet.
No, and I mean, he probably, look, I think that people have the right to ask for more, but the people that work at the port, and look, I love longshoremen, got them in my family, all that kind of stuff, but especially down in California, they got a pretty sweet gig. Okay,
my buddy is a pilot. Him and his father, they make over $300,000 a year,
working on average 15 to 20 hours a week.
Yeah, they're not working a lot. You know, it's not now. They've lost 1,000 people because of the new. They've implemented stuff that we're decades behind when it comes to not just AI, but anything that has to do with automation. But it's the most incredible thing. The amount of money that the average person was making, like $200,000.
Yeah, and here's the thing: they have to quit thinking about tomorrow, and they need to start thinking about next month, right? Meaning, if they need to make their cost burden bearable and comfortably bearable for the underlying economy, or they will usher in their own demise. It is an economic rule of law, right? Meaning, they don't want autonomy. This ain't the right way to go about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, meaning you're proving the efficacy and the need for autonomy as we sit here right now, right? So I think it's very short-sighted, but here's the problem, and I hope a lot of union people wake up to this. If you go listen to the cat that's running that union down there, listen to what he's saying, listen to the vernacular. This is about him. Okay, yeah. This is about him securing his bag, keeping his $900,000 to $1 million a year in his pocket, which is effectively 7 to 10x what the average longshoreman's making. He's not sitting in a pilot chair. He's running around in his Bentley and his motor yacht, and sitting there saying, we're going to punish you. And we're like, dude, we're on the same team, man. We all live in the same country. What are you talking about? Yeah. And like I said, also the long-term ramifications, if you really cared about your people, this wouldn't be the tact you're taking. No. If you only care about yourself, this is the tact you're taking, right? Because if he gets all of his demands through, Chad, what do you think are the chances he gets a raise?
Oh, he would love it. I mean, and I've seen his house, because that's the one thing in today's world, you know this, Zach, you can't hide anything. He's 7,000 square foot home. He's got that Bentley you just talked about. His salary is $890,000 a year plus benefits or somewhere around there. He's living the life large. And I get you want to protect your people, but also, this, dude. AI, all of the automation, it's a freight train. You can either get on it and figure out how it can work for you, or it's going to run your ass over.
Yeah, I feel like he's the guy, like back in the 20s that's sitting going.
He's fighting the combustible engine.
Yeah, we're not giving up buggy whips. We're not doing it, right? You can't make us. You're just like, okay, man, you're peeing in the wind, brother. Yeah. And you're gonna really stick it to your folks if you continue down this route. Hopefully they see it.
Talking to Zach Abraham, Chief Investment Officer, Bulwark Capital. I look in the market and I see some value out there, and a lot of it is, you and I've talked about this, man, it's in the commodity market. There's a lot of that stuff out there. Gold, silver. I mean, my God, Costco's selling platinum now? I mean, it's just chaos. It's out there, and it's not the sexy stuff that people, oh, I want AI, this, that, and the other. But it's real, it's tangible, it's something you can feel, it's something you can hold, and it's something in an inflationary world is beautiful.
Yeah, and we were just talking about this today on the Daily Dots, guys. As always, this is not an investment recommendation. Don't know what's appropriate for you. So don't go out and buy or sell a bunch of stuff based on what I'm saying. But having said that, I in my career have never seen, so bear with me here, but I have never seen two asset classes that are so tied together, and yet the differential spread between the valuations is this wide. And people are like, well, what are you talking about? Commodities and AI? Absolutely. Why do I say that? Go listen to what Sundar Pichai just said, CEO of Google. Okay, you and I have been talking about uranium for a while. What did Microsoft just buy? They just bought all the power from the third nuclear reactor on Third Mile Island, right? What did Sundar Pichai said? He said, we'll take as much nuclear power you can get, and we're prepared to pay a premium. What they mean by a premium is on average 3 to 4x normal power prices that these guys can sell it to. Okay, they're talking about building SMRs, which are small modular reactors. Okay, though the full reactors take about 5 years well, depending on permitting and stuff like that, let's say it's 5 years to build one. How do you think they're going to power that data center between now and then? Nat gas, baby. SpaceX is using nat gas generators right now for that same purpose. The need for I only want AI. Commodities are boring, and you're like, dude, how are they going to power the AI, man?
Yeah,
like you're not
paying.
paying
There's no magic to this, baby. There's no magic.
No, and then you're sitting there, and I can go after stock where these things are trading at 1.5 times book value, 3 and 4 times earnings, no debt on the balance sheet. We're looking at, now gold's a different story. Gold, I've never seen stocks, and I've seen expensive commodity stocks before. I've never seen commodity stocks as cheap as gold miners are right now.
Yeah.
These things are trading as if gold's at 1,600, okay? And they don't. The earnings that are coming out of these they're unbelievable. Yeah. And it's we're not predicting a scenario, right? I am telling you that when these guys announce earnings 3 weeks from now, it's going to blow people's doors off. Yeah. And I think they're in for a really big run. And the thing about it is, and you and I have talked about this before, the painful part of this is nobody's looking. Nobody's paying attention. All these people are riding the index funds that have no exposure to this stuff. So many of these hot tech stocks are looking crazier and crazier every single day in terms of the valuation. If people understood how to value a traditional business, you would probably see 60 to 70% less ownership of these tech names in favor of these. The amount of free cash flow, it's just mind-boggling. You're going to see, mark my words, you will see gold, and maybe silver producers this year posting 80, 85%, not all of them, but you'll see 85% margins for a gold miner.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? They're going to buy back mountains of stock. They're going to issue special dividends. There's going to be acquisitions in the sector at massive premiums. We're already starting to see that happen. And it's just I've never seen it so juicy and have less people looking at it. It's really amazing.
It is. His name's Zach Abraham, Chief Investment Officer, Bulwark Capital. You want to reach out to him because you should get that second opinion risk review. People want to get a hold of you. What's the best thing they can do?
Yeah, easiest way to do it is probably just Google Know Your Risk Radio, Bulwark Capital Management, one of the two. You can listen to our podcast. We put out our Daily Dots show every day. It's 20 to 30 minute summation of everything that happened in the market and politics that relate to economics. And then we do our 1 hour show once a week. So not hard to find, and we'd love to help you out.
Right on, brother. Good talking to you. We'll do it again next week.
Hey, you too, man. Have a good one.
Investment advisory services offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions expressed in this program are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security. Any references to performance of securities are thought to be materially accurate, and actual performance may differ. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 24308.